Yay! Welcome to another episode of the Taylor Complains Comedy Podcast, where I am currently very annoyed because I recorded a podcast just now and I don't know if it fully recorded. We talked about being racist, the racist lady at my work. Now I have to do it all again. But this time I'm timing it. Here's what fucked it all up. I'll tell you right now, I got to snort. Me fucking snorting, hitting the mute button, and then not looking to see if I unpress the mute button. Like the mute button clearly blinks when I'm not, when no one can hear me, so that I can go and do all my stupid, disgusting noises that I make. Like I'm not even a dad and I make these fucking noises. But I digress. Okay. My dumbass did not press the button. So we're trying to get this lady fired at work, right? She said something about like closing the borders and keeping all the Mexicans out. I hate Mexicans. I want to keep them out. Me being half Mexican, I was like, I already didn't like you. I already hate you. And wait, hold on. What does Ian say? I wanted to get fired very much. So I'm very, very happy that she said this thing about Hispanic people because I'm half Hispanic. There's a Z in my name. You know, if there's a Z in my name, I've picked strawberries before at one point in my life, or someone in my family has, and they have. My grandma used to pick oranges when she immigrated here from Mexico. She's a beaner like me. So this lady was talking about all these things like Mexicans, and I want Mexicans to get out. I hate Mexicans. Why are Mexicans here? Well, whatever. You got a weird thing about Mexicans. I don't know why you wouldn't like them. I know why I don't like waiting on them, but it doesn't mean I don't want to be their friend or their neighbor or like whatever. I like Mexicans. I just don't want to wait on them. And I know that sounds horrific, and I will get to that in a second. Okay, with your judgy face. I know you're judging me because you're like, oh, he said something racist. Everybody wants everyone to be racist. Hear me out. Okay, I work in a restaurant. I'm a server serving. Listen, you're going to get me upset. You're working me up right now. Okay, trying to get this lady fired because she said she wants to close the borders and keep Mexicans out because the verbs that she put in front of Mexicans were like dirty Mexicans, filthy Mexicans, gross all the verbiage. It's horrible describing words for a group of people that works very, very hard. They just want opportunity, right? They come from a place with less opportunity than they would get here. That's why my grandma immigrated here. That's why I'm proud to be here. I'm second generation in this country. I'm very excited, very happy about it. My mom's a white lady, so I'm worth more than the full-blooded. I'm just kidding. But here's what I'll say. I called corporate, I called legal. They told me nothing. I sat down with my GM and he's like, hey, I know you're upset. She wants to keep Mexicans. She said, I want to keep Mexicans out of this country. I know that you're upset, but I got to ask you, are you making sure to upsell alcohol and sell desserts? I'm like, what the fuck? It's like, are you offering nachos as an appetizer? I'm like, I'll kill you. Are you serious? Is that really what the fuck? What? Why? She said, let's keep, and this guy is also Hispanic. And he's like, are you making sure you're selling desserts? I hope we're not. Look, what? Dude, corporate America is insane. The power that they have, dude. Like, you could be blatantly racist. Like, and I'm talking like this lady was talking to a guest across the bar and like, we got to keep those like, just at the top of her lungs, dude. And like, you can't do anything about this? Your response is like, hey, are you selling desserts? Are you making sure to upsell the alcohol? When you offer a Long Island, do you offer Grey Goose? Like, go what? These people do not care about us. They are not very nice people. There's only one way to describe this. And I'm not going to sit here and shit talk my GM because I like him as a person. I understand he's under the corporate umbrella. I've known him since he was like an hourly manager. And now he's a salary GM of an entire building. So I know that he has a hierarchy of people that he needs to appease, and I am at the very fucking bottom of that list. I get that and I understand that, but at the same time, if someone tells you that they're working with somebody that's saying weird shit about Mexican people, you should probably get rid of that person. That's probably not a nice person. It's probably going to bring down morale. It's probably going to bring it's probably going to make other Mexican servers and other Mexican bartenders that are from that racial descent feel uncomfortable working around that person. And the response was, hey, you're making sure the strawberry shortcakes, they're sitting on these shelves. We got to sell these fucking strawberry shortcakes. Who do you think picked the strawberries? Who do you think picked them? I'm gonna let freedom ring here for a second. Who do you think picked them? Everyone with the Z in their last name. What the fuck? Here's where I might kind of be racist though. Okay, bear with me on this. And I'm keeping an eye on the red dot on the microphone so that when I have to snort again, I'll press it. It's a learning thing. Okay, we're learning. I'm not used to doing video. I'm staring at my own dumb fucking face while I do this. Hear me out. I don't like waiting on Mexican people or fucking Middle East. If you have an accent, I probably don't like waiting on you because foreign people don't tip, and I make my living off of tips. I make my living off of tips. I'm not saying I don't want to hang out with you after work, or I wouldn't have a drink with you, or I wouldn't want you to date one of my best friends or date one of my family members, or that I want you to like sip out of a different drinking fountain or get on the back of the bus. I'm just saying you're not going to tip, and it's not advantageous for me to wait on you. I'm going to get, but even if I have to, you're going to get the best service. Yeah, I'm going to check on you. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to make you feel welcome. Even though in the back of my head, I'm like, motherfuck. You know what I mean? This, and I don't know how many people are this open about this, but my prejudices, these are soft prejudices though, because I don't want to wait on you. How many times are we in a position where we have to wait on other people? Not very many. Not very many. So some of you are like, oh, I don't like this podcast. It's going in a weird direction. No, it's not. I am a server at a restaurant. This is my job. The only way I make money is through tips. That's the only way I make money. Why would I want to wait on someone that's not going to tip? If I know it's not part of, if I know it's not part of your culture to tip, why the fuck do I want to wait on you? I'm not saying I want you to have a bad day. I'm not saying I don't want, I'll vote to keep all of your rights. I'll vote to keep all, whatever the fuck I could do to help your cause, I will promote and support. I just don't want to wait on you. It's not, I don't want to wait. Let me give case in point. My grandma taught us growing up, like, hey, don't tip. Tipping is a waste of money. Don't tip. I disagree with that. I think tipping is a part of going out. That's like, if you don't want to tip, then go fucking eat at home. Go eat at home. Okay. My brother doesn't tip. I don't talk to him. I don't know. I talk to him the least amount that I have to. I'll tell you that. It the bare minimum that I have to talk to him, that's how much I talk to him because he doesn't tip. And I fundamentally and morally disagree with it. It's a moral disagreement. Okay. And I don't not talk to him. It's probably because he's fucking Mexican. I'm telling you, he's my brother. He's a Spanish teacher. I'm half Mexican too. We have the same dad. Um, but hear me out. I don't even know where I was going with this. But where was I going with this? People don't tip. Race got the race lady fired. Yeah, my brother doesn't tip. My dad doesn't tip very well. My mom, I don't know if my mom's a good tipper. I really don't. I know that I'm a good tipper. I don't expect anything from anybody that I'm not willing to give back. Like when I go out to eat, I pile all my plates up, put them at the edge of the table, make it very easy and accessible. Some of you animals that go out to eat, you pour ranch all over the fucking table. There's blue cheese in the chair. I'm like, what the fuck? Who taught you don't do this at home? There's no way you do this at home. Your wives would hit you. There's no way. So I don't know where this is all coming from, but here's what I do hope. I hope you're all involved in a mass shooting tomorrow, August 24th. I'm just kidding. It's frustrating, and my livelihood banks off of tips. So make sure you tip your waitress. How much should you tip? Probably like at least 15%. I know it seems steep. Then don't go out, dude. It's part of the experience that cooks need to get paid. We all need to get paid. And here's the thing that you need to vote against. If there's ever a bill to pay food service workers more and eliminate tipping, pay them more. Because what do you want me to fight? You want me to fight the owner of my company? That's not going to work. They're just going to fire me and not take me seriously. You want me to write them a letter? They'll never read it because I just reported a lady for saying she hates Mexicans, and they told me to sell desserts. They don't care about me or my opinion. So just tip, because nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to change. I just tried to report a lady for saying all Mexicans should go back to the border, and they responded, "Are you making sure to sell the nachos and offer them as an option?" Shut the fuck up. There's a lady saying Mexicans need to go back to Mexico. Are you kidding? I'll get off of this. I'll get off of this because we've been talking about it for 10 minutes already, and you're all tired of hearing me talk about it. These podcasts are only 30 minutes. How long could we talk about Mexicans? Where I'm at with content creation and headspace, attitude, and comparisons. I no longer compare myself to other creators. That Colby started at the same time as me and has eclipsed everything that I've ever done with not as good of jokes, with less of a sense of humor than me. But I'll tell you this, his fucking videos are good. And I watch them and I'm like, damn it, I wish I thought of that. So you know what? There's more talent there. And it makes sense. There's other people that have started out the same time as me as well. And I don't care. So what if I'm the funniest person on the internet? It's fine, because that's not why we're here. We're here to talk about horror films, and being funny is second. And I don't care where anyone else is at. How am I doing better in this video, in this podcast, than I was in the last podcast? What am I doing now to do better? How can I be better? How can I make better content? There's nothing Colby could post. Colby could post him screaming the N-word. Well, I don't know if I'd repost. Nah, man, I don't know if I would repost it. That's how much I love him, though, because I had to think about it. That's how you know you love someone. Hey, if Ian posted something, and these are both my co-hosts on the House of Ghouls podcast, available wherever you can find podcasts. If they posted them screaming the N-word, would I repost? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think I would. But do I have a definitive answer for you? No. Because there's still a part of me that's like, I will repost whatever you say. I will support you no matter what you say. That's probably, I don't know. If it's a hard R, probably not. If it's just like, I probably would support that. I'd probably be like, man, what is it? Who gave you the pass to say with just the two G's and an A at the end? I just somebody give me a pass and I'll say it, because I've been dying for like 37 years to give a pass to say that. No, I just support my friends, dude. I don't, who gives a fuck? Who cares? People are gonna do better than you in anything that you do, and you just gotta keep doing what you do. You gotta do what you do. I did this podcast before I met any of these fucks. And I'm still going to do this podcast way after. Well, I'll probably know them for the rest of my life because they're my brothers and I love them. But there's no amount of success that they could get that I couldn't get that I would be upset about. You know, I don't care. It doesn't bother me. You know, at first, did it bother me? It was weird because I was like, look at this person taking off. When's my time? But that's such a horrible fucking attitude to have, because you should just be happy for the people around you that are doing well. So now all I have is gratitude and pride in these people. Like, I'm so grateful and proud that like we're friends, and I'm proud of their success. And that's all that I feel. And to get to this point and this is for the last month, I've felt this way. Maybe I didn't get here right away. Right? Maybe I don't get here right away, but I've seen so many horror stories of people starting out at the same time doing this shit, and someone takes off and the other one doesn't, and the other one gets resentful, and now they're not friends. And that would break my fucking heart if I lost the kinship that I have with my two brothers over here. And I don't compare us on any level, because they will never be as funny as me. But God damn it, dude, they have a well of knowledge that I'll never have and a well of intelligence that I'll never have and such good delivery. 100%, yes. 100%. I'm good at what I wanna be good at. I just wanna be the funny guy and just, like, laymanly, blue collarly talk about fucking horror films because I'm never gonna be able to tell you, "Oh, this was the key sound grip and whatever." That's fucking Colby and Ian. That's why they're on the podcast. They put out that kind of content, that kind of intelligence, that kind of knowledge, that in-depth stuff that you guys like. For me, I'm just like, "Man, I don't like the crow. It sucked. He's wearing makeup." Like, that's it's different. I'm not for everybody, and that's fine. But I'm so happy to be a part of the House of Ghouls podcast, available on all platforms. You can find it wherever you go and look for. And I swear to God, we need to get video on there. How many times do I have to bug Ian? I swear to God, every time I bug Ian about video, I can see him rolling his eyes. He's probably listening to this, fucking rolling his eyes right now. God, shut up, dude. I'm doing the best I can. If you were doing the best you can, we'd have video. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ian. Sorry for yelling. Shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that. My podcast has video. I know. Listen, I understand. He gets our podcast to every single podcast out there. Every single one. There's nowhere you could look that our podcast isn't. Our podcast is on Epstein Island. That's right. As soon as they're done ejaculating to underage people, the one person who's at Epstein Island right now, that's my fantasy football name. It's called Epstein's Other Island. Sorry. I want you to know you can destroy the man, but you can't get rid of his legend. I'm just kidding. uh, F's. I laugh at my own jokes. Bill Burr does it. Bill Burr does it. But I'm on a podcast with people that are more talented and intelligent than me. So I got to be funny. I got to try to be funny. I have to. They've seen more films than me. They know the deep cuts. I don't know. You know how many days you'll find a movie that Colby's seen that I haven't seen? Every day. You know how many times you'll find a movie that I've seen that Colby hasn't seen? One day a month. One fucking day a month. So I gotta keep up. I gotta keep up. I gotta prove my worth to this podcast because this is the best thing that I've ever done. House of Ghouls is the best thing that I've ever done. If you guys have not heard it, you should. We've interviewed the dude that directed the Hell House films, and we got to interview fucking Adam Green, the guy who made the Hatchet films. These are two people that have worked with everybody and done everything. Adam Green worked with Tony Todd, the Candyman, and fucking Robert Englund, Freddy Krueger. Give me a fucking break, dude. Like, we're doing stuff on this podcast that's insane to me. And it means the world to be doing this with this fucking caliber of people, the two hosts that I have, you know? Thank God we're off that fucking StreamYard. I can't tell you that I hate the StreamYard. I sound like dog shit on the StreamYard. I'm so glad to be done with StreamYard. I hate it. But I love Ian. So if Ian was like, we got to go back to StreamYard, I'd probably do it. I would probably do it. I would fucking hate it because I would see Colby say 10 words and then glitch out and then say 10 words and then glitch out. And I'd only get to look at his handsome face stuck in whatever kind of weird thing that StreamYard. We gotta move on. We gotta move on. 8 minutes on this topic. 8 fucking minutes. But yeah, I'm in a good headspace. I'm only posting once a week, once a day. I'm only posting once a day. It's fine. I was getting bummed out with content creation. I'm telling you, I was posting like 2, 3 times a day, sometimes 4 times a day. It was getting to me because I felt like I needed to watch 2 movies a day and go to work and eat right, eat healthy, do all the things. And it was hard. It was super hard. I didn't know how to do that because everybody was telling me to like bu bully the algorithm, do all this stuff. I'm not crying. I'm just drinking, trying to get it all down, but we're good. Bully the algorithm, post a bunch, do this, do that. I was just overextending myself And now I post once a day and I'm very, very happy. Sometimes I post twice. Today, I think directly after this, I will post about the Terrifier 3 poster that just came out. It's a poster. You know what I mean? It's fine. It looks I'll probably say, "Hey, look at how fucking" well, I mean, there's a gross poster for Terrifier 3 where Art the Clown's standing over, like, Santa's, like, de-rib-caged corpse. So, I think there's a tame poster, and then there's a fucked up poster. So, yeah, I might post about that after this. After talking about it here, I probably won't because I was only able to make that interesting. I wasn't even able to make that interesting, so I'm not going to post about that. My friend has a GoFundMe for her birthday. That's fucking weird. Hear me out. She'll never hear this. Hear me out. The GoFundMe thing has gone on for way too long, and it's gone on too far. GoFundMe helps films. It helps people with cancer. It's not supposed to help you with your fucking 38th birthday, you old witch. How the fuck? Who the fuck? I saw that, the GoFundMe for the birthday, and it made me cringe. It made me do the noise I just did that sounded like, you know what I mean? Wrong hole, the wrong hole noise. Ooh. I can't fathom posting a GoFundMe. Hey, I need to save X amount of dollars for my 40th birthday. If you're 40 and you need to GoFundMe for your birthday, you should take your own life. I will buy you the rope. Listen, we could tie the rope to the bumper of my car and I'll drag you to work with me. What the fuck is going on with this? GoFundMe? A GoFundMe birthday party? I don't I don't know. I don't know what's going on, and I don't like this planet. I don't like this planet anymore. Go fund me birthdays. Certain races don't tip. We got to that. Okay. Listen, you guys don't work in the service industry. You don't understand. And I know that it sounds very ignorant, but not every race is fun to wait on. They're fun to be friends with. They're fun. They can let them vote, let them have jobs, let them have families, the same amenities as any other person. But when it comes to waiting on people, tipping is a taught thing. It is a cultural thing. And when you don't tip, I don't want to wait on you because I can't pay my bills on $0 on 200. Sorry, that's just the way it is. Trap, the movie Trap. I think I talked about that on here with Josh Hartnett, where the new M. Night Shyamalan movie where he's the serial killer dad and they're in the concert together and he brings his daughter and he's like, "Oh, he plays cool dad," and then he gets real cringy. I fucking hate this film. I hate this film so much. And I just did not like it. Because of this film, my girlfriend will not go to the movies with me anymore. She won't go. She will not go. I have a mouth full of spit right now. Hold on. That was so disgusting. That was so insanely gross. And I'm so sorry to anybody that heard that. But now makes me think. Press this button. Eh, we might be screwed a little bit. We might be screwed a little bit. Whatever. I People who take too many samples. Trap sucks. Don't go see Trap. It's that new M. Night Shyamalan movie. Don't see it. Don't see it. It's not a good movie. I I feel like Larry David. I very much feel like Larry David because we go to this ice cream shop by my house. It's called Confetti. It's delicious. It's run by a nice man, Asian man. He's very sweet. When you order a to-go order, he gives you bags of ice to go with your to-go order because he wants your ice cream to stay fresh and cold. The sweetest man on the face of the earth, and I will support your business until the day that I die, even if it makes me fat. You know what? The fucking broads. And I don't. This is an ignorant episode. But the fucking broads that go there with their kids and order 19 samples, each of your kid's fat. Your boy child is 8 years old, and you could titty fuck this kid. He's got breasts, and when you're 8, your nipples shouldn't point at the ground. Okay, they should point out. They should point directly in front of you is where your nipple should point, because you should have the chest of a 2-year-old bird, but instead you have the chest of Madonna. Why the fuck? Why do you have titties at 8? I blame the parents. I really do. Goddamn. Let's get 7 samples of 8 different flavors. The math didn't even work on that. 8 samples of 8 different flavors. Oh, cool. I'm so happy to stand behind you while you get 8 samples of 8 different flavors. That's the car that's exiting the parking lot that you want a SUV to just T-bone. You're like, oh, my son. Don't worry about your son. He's got titties. He's gonna absorb the force. You're not even gonna feel that SUV T-bone your car, your Honda, because it's just gonna the impact of this kid's breasts, because you've let him eat so much ice cream that now he lactates like a fucking baby calf. This is too much. It's too much. We've gone too far in the other direction. It's gotten downright hateful is what it's gotten. Let me check the time here. 26 minutes. There's still time to be hateful. This fucking car is absorbing all the impact from your fat fucking big-titted child, this big-titted animal. Shout out to YMH. This big-titted zoo creature just absorb, because you've let him eat Doritos for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You've got the Costco size box of Pop-Tarts. He's just shoving them in his mouth. What are you doing? How do you have fat kids? Fat adults make all the sense in the world to me, because we could do whatever we want, choose to be whatever we want, and find a way to be happy. But having fat kids means you don't even give them the chance to make that decision for themselves as an adult. Now they have that decision made by their caretakers as a I don't know, as an adolescent. It's weird. Your kid shouldn't have titties. But stop taking so many fucking samples. You sample one. You sample one. Yeah, here's what bothers me. When you go and get samples, let me try the strawberry. If you sample strawberry, I will hit you in public. I will hit you in public with an open hand. I swear to, and it will be embarrassing. It will make that sound in front of all of your friends and kids. It's gonna drive me insane. Please, for the love of God, one sample. You get one sample. If you sample more than one, I will spank you in public. I swear to God. I swear to God. Listen, you see, my voice is quivering now, because there's vehement, tangible anger. We're gonna move on. Would you use a glory hole? I would. I would use a glory hole. Would you guys use one? I would just hope and pray that it would not be a guy at the end. I mean, if there was, it's not like I'd be like, I'm going to beat your ass. I'd be like, listen, finish me off, and then I'm going to beat the fuck. No. I'd just be like, yo, are you Italian or are you a guy? Why do I feel stubble? I know you Italian broads are fucking hairy. I don't know. I would use a glory hole. I don't think it's cheating. Here's the thing about cheating. Cheating bothers me because people are like, I can't believe he did that. How can you not believe he did that? You let yourself go when you're 900 pounds. And the girl he cheated on you with, or the guy that he cheated on you with, because this goes in both directions, is like 10 years younger than you and has abs. How do you not get that? I'm not saying it makes it right, but what part of that does not make sense to you? Do you not know math? You plus scale equals 700 fucking pounds. And you probably get more than one sample when you go to the ice cream place, because it shows. This person, billboard supermodel, hear me out. If my girlfriend cheats on me with someone better looking than me, that's all I ask. It better be with someone that's got fucking abs. He better be funnier than me. He better be better looking than me. If you cheat on me with someone that looks insane, I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna be. I listen. I'm an ugly dude. I'm a pretty ugly man. It's not gonna be harder to find someone that's more desirable than me. But it's all I ask is that if you cheat, just level up, dude. Level up. There's people that get really there's people right now that have turned this podcast off. You're upset. You're automatically upset. You're like, I don't like cheating. I don't like cheating either, but don't you have parameters? You know the hall pass that you gave your husband or wife, and you're like, oh yeah, you could bang Catherine Zeta Jones. That's fine. What if you bang some chick that looks like Catherine Zeta Jones? You gave me a hall pass, and I was confused. I thought this was Catherine Zeta Jones, and you look at her like, oh fuck it, that's not Catherine Zeta Jones. You only agreed because you know that this person is insanely good looking. Okay? That's all I ask. If you're going to cheat, just have them be insanely good looking. Just, I want to look at a picture of this person and be like, I get it. That makes sense. Because we got to stop doing this thing where we're like, how could you do this? I can't believe you can believe you haven't been able to see your genitals in like 2 years. You can't tie your shoes, you just wear slip-ons. You're a man and you wear sandals in public. If you're a man and you wear sandals in public, you deserve to get cheated on. I'm telling you right now, I get the cheating. I understand cheating. It makes sense to me. I don't condone it. You should end the relationship and have respect for yourself and your partner and do things the right way. But there are certain situations where I see this spaghetti Western slob that looks like he skipped out on the Western and stuck with spaghetti. That's like, hey, I don't know. My wife cheated. I don't know. Because your wife does Pilates and she fucked the Pilates instructor, and you look like you eat at the pho place next to the Pilates. Like, give me a break, dude. You don't know why? Are we not adults? Do we not? Are we really not going to have this conversation of like why cheating does or doesn't happen? I don't like this part of the podcast, Taylor. It's weird. Are you making fun of fat people? I'm not making fun of anybody. If you give up on yourself, someone has the right to give up on you. If you're just like, I am now a monk, I'm a Cheeto monk, and now I only dedicate my life to Cheetos. I'm going to eat Cheetos. I love anything with cheese. And then in 6 months, you look like the size of Mount Vesuvius, and your husband goes and bangs or your wife or husband goes and bangs someone else. That's because you gained 60 pounds in 6 months, and now you look like a pile of donkey shit. What part of that do you not get? I don't condone cheating. Cheating sucks. End the relationship. But sometimes it makes sense. My husband gave up on himself, and he stopped chasing his dreams. He quit his job and now he works at GameStop. Yeah, you fucking cheat on the GameStop guy. Sorry, that's just what happened. That's life. And you don't like life, and that part of life makes you upset. You know what? I'm not saying that it doesn't make me upset, but that'll never be me because I will never stop chasing my dreams. I will never stop challenging myself, and I will never stop trying to be better than I was yesterday. I will always tip people. I will always be kind to people, and I will always try to make my friends laugh. And if that's not good enough for the person that I'm with, I have enough self-confidence to let them go because I know that I'm a catch, and you should know the same. We are not, and I'm not being cheated on. This isn't coming from like a weird, this didn't get weird. This is an adult conversation that we're having as adults. This didn't get weird. I want everybody that's still listening to know this. You're still worthy of being loved, even if people don't love you. Okay? Because chances are, if you're listening to this, I love you. I love you very, very much. There's reasons that people do things, and we'll never understand them. And that's okay. We don't have to understand shit. All we have to do is figure out a way to get by. We got to figure out a way to keep going. what better way to do that than listen to this podcast and have a great rest of your week. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for listening. Kisses, hugs, belly rubs. Don't cheat on anybody.